It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll see Chris Olave. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Saints and the Pats. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years. And right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Incomplete. That's their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Jones on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hooker on first down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Stevenson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Second and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This defense for the Saints, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Here's Stevenson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself,
and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
3rd and goal. Here's Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Play action. Now it's Carr. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. But you look at this Patriots defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yikes. Terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack. I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Patriots are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a run with Stevenson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week: 18 carries, 88 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a bootleg with Hooker. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hendon Hooker, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now a play fake. Carr. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. When you look at this Patriots defense, they are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Again, it's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to shoot for. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
In motion, the tight end. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he gets us up to the 34 out of bounds there. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 5 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Carr to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Carr now on 1st down. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Carr going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. 1st down throw here. It's Hooker. Throwing right, and that's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 1st touchdown of the year. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Jones. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New England's offense set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Hooker now on 1st down.
It's complete. This is Starks. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
At the Saints' 35-yard line.
Throwing. Hooker.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Carr. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Douglas, the man in motion. A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Hooker now off play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Saints first down.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's 2nd and 7. Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing now is Carr. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 4 yards out.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pats going to get one final possession in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Hooker.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Third down. Hooker looks to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida. Buffalo at Miami. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A.J. Brown, a touchdown catch from Jalen Hurts. We got an excellent first half from the man from Tennessee. That's Hendon Hooker. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Off play action. Here's Hooker. That is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt.
10.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Carr now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31.
Now a bootleg with Hooker.
Completes this one to Starks.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They run once more with Stevenson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the Saints 13-yard line.
Here's Hooker. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Hooker's going to throw it.
And he'll be
taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Dobbins going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, Hooker. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Hooker going to try to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offensive coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Oh, he shifts past him. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The end result, 21 yards. Now Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Carr gonna throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing. Hooker.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And he gets it down to the 32.
59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Hooker.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Under pressure, they got him again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, I wish his staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Hooker to throw it.
Short throw to Smith. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
When this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Jones. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Hooker. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw his Carr. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Carr.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Jones on the return. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8.
At the Saints' 45-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 38.
113 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
2nd and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw. Hooker. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hooker going to try and throw for it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Kamara off the draw. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
New England's offense set to go.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New England, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.